Fukushima contaminants found as far north as Alaskas Bering Strait. Anchorage, Alaska. Reuters. Radioactive contamination from Japan's Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant hit by a tsunami in 2011 has drifted as far north as waters off a remote Alaska island in the Bering Strait, scientists said on Wednesday. Analysis of seawater collected last year near St. Lawrence Island this. The newly detected Fukushima radiation was minute. The level of cesium, those levels are far too low to pose a health concern, an important point for people living on the Bering Sea coast who subsist on food caught in the ocean, Sheffield said. Cesium-137 levels, some 3,000 times higher than those found in the Bering Sea, are considered safe for human consumption under U.S. Environmental Protection Agency drinking water standards, officials said. A 9.0 magnitude quake and tsunami in March 2011 triggered meltdowns at 3 of the Fukushima Daiichi plant's 6 reactors, spewing radiation into the air, soil, and ocean and forcing 160,000 residents to flee. It was the world's worst nuclear disaster since Chernobyl 25 years earlier. Long-term study. The results reported on Wednesday came from a long-term but small-scale testing program. Water was sampled for several years by Eddie Ungot, a resident of Gamble Village on the northwestern tip of St. Lawrence Island. Fukushima-linked radionuclides have been found as far away as Pacific waters off the U.S. West Coast, British Columbia, and in the Gulf of Alaska. Until the most recent St. Lawrence Island NOAA scientists found trace amounts of Fukushima-linked radionuclides in muscle tissue of fur seals on Alaska's St. Paul Island in the people of St. Lawrence Island, they. Reporting by Urith Rosen in Anchorage. Editing by Steve.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.